It's a Tuesday in Syria, and British aid worker Tauqir Sharif is making the dangerous drive to Aleppo.
It's really important that we drive with the windows open because any kind of explosions that land close to us, last thing we want is shrapnel of glass and so on and so forth, landing in our face.
He is traveling to the devastated city to deliver an ambulance, but it isn't long before he's diverted. 4 airstrikes have hit. Sharif runs into the wreckage to see what's needed.
This was a house right here. Look, it's all houses.
Remarkably, no one has been injured or killed, but the sound of another jet means it's time to leave.
Yalla Habib al Joe. Everybody out, let's go, let's go. They're saying that the plane is in the sky, we can hear it. And they're saying a tactic that they use is when the ambulances turn up, they'll hit the same place again. So we're just gonna try and get to a safer place. Shuhai.
Sharif is one of just a handful of Western aid workers living in Syria.
Most of the big aid organizations, they don't want to go into the line of fire in a sense. This is something that we have to do. This is something that is a human response. If we don't do it, then who will?
In the relative safety of an olive grove near the Turkish border, he told us that religious conviction played a big part in his decision to come here 3 years ago.
We need to look at what do the people really want, and if the people are Muslims, this is not me saying it, if the people are Muslims and they want some form of Islamic governance, then it's important that we help them to establish that.
Is that what they want?
In my opinion, that's what I believe. And you can go around and ask the people, what do you want? And I don't think the people will settle for anything less, especially after all of this bloodshed. The right to self-determination.
For many of the 6.5 million displaced people in Syria, there are perhaps more immediate concerns. Most live in sprawling tent cities along the border. Conditions in the camps are brutal. There is a lack of food and clean water, and they become more crowded every day.
We just recently done a survey of this camp. Just this camp here alone, which is a conglomeration of about 40 camps, is around 80,000 people.
80,000 people.
And this is just one on this border. There's another one over, not too far from here, another maybe 65, 70,000 people.
Sharif's favorite project is this smaller camp that houses roughly 100 widows and their children. Syria is now a country full of widows and orphans, some still too young to understand what has happened to their country, others who have seen too much, all of them dependent on the mercy of others.
Amin.
Clarissa Ward, CNN, Syria.